What's going on? I'm Chris, and this is a random binder, and this is where we talk about all things nerd. We're talking about games, we're talking about anime, we're talking about movies, pop culture, comics, a little bit of manga eventually, not today, but eventually. And this is a show that's kind of focused around what I've been playing, what I've been watching, things I'm looking forward to, and the little cherry on top that is the channel of the week, which is just the YouTube content creator. Channel, whatever, that has been inspiring me lately, that's been doing good stuff, and I just kind of want to gush about them for a bit. But right now we're talking about me and what I've been playing. So first off the rip, we're going to talk about Mafia Definitive Edition. Oh, Jesus. Mafia Definitive Edition. Professional podcasting right here. So, this is my first experience with the Mafia franchise. I remember watching the review for Mafia 2 on Xbox 360 back in the day over and over, and I was split between that and Borderlands 1 and Far Cry 3. I ended up getting Borderlands 1, Far Cry 3, and I skipped out on Mafia 2 because I didn't know what was good with Mafia 1. None of that fucking matters because this is the definitive edition, and goddamn, it is, from what I've seen of the original game, like, they have outdone themselves with the visuals. It's one of the I just said this in the last fucking episode about Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, but legitimately this is one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen. Shout out to Hangar 13. I don't know when this was done relatively to Mafia 3, if this was right before. I want to say that Mafia 2, hold on, let's just take a look, see here. Oh Christ, released September 24th, 2020. And I know Mafia 3 was before that because I owned it in college for some godforsaken reason. I got it at GameFly. I'm already on an ADD tangent. Hold on here. All right, let me just see when Mafia 2 Definitive Edition was. May 19th, 2020. And then Mafia Definitive Edition was September 24th, 2020. So I'm right. So Mafia 2 Definitive Edition was first, then Mafia 1 Definitive Edition. That's fucking crazy. I know a lot of people like Mafia 2, and I thought it was like a slam dunk that's gonna be the better game. This one will be fine. But after making my review, which was a 4.5 star on GG, and on How Long to Beat, I gave it a 95, just because I had that level of precision there. But it is an astounding game. The story is absolutely incredible. It's one of the best cast of characters. It's so easy to draw comparisons to Grand Theft Auto, but it kicks the shit out of. It's that style of gameplay, that mission based. There's the open world driving. It's the crime. It's the shooting, the third person shooting. That's a little jank, but still pretty good. It's phenomenal. It's so good. The reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is the Uncharted games have the scale, the larger than life, the puzzles, the set pieces of planes falling apart and shit. This was a lot more grounded, and there was still, that's not true at all. There were still crazy set pieces that were larger than life, pulp action type stuff. It's just a lot of the most exciting parts were the more grounded character development, drama. What would you? A lot of Goodfellas. This is Goodfellas to a T. A lot of what would you do? Do you pick family, loyalty, or listen to your conscience? How they're kind of frogs boiling in a pot, where they don't realize how bad it's getting until it's kind of too late. Tommy is such an awesome character. Such a great, the acting is phenomenal. His voice, for starters, his voice is so iconic and so fun. It's a great accent. They all have great accents in their own way, but goddamn, Tommy is such a cool character. He is he's just, if he would easily mop the floor with any of the Grand Theft Auto protagonists, and I love Nico, but God, he's so lovable, yet you're conflicted a lot with what he's doing. His descent into madness is he's never, there's maybe one instance where I'm It's like not what I would have pegged him to do, but it's, oh my God, it's so good. His relationship with Sam and Paulie and the Don and what's his name? The Don's right-hand man. They're all incredible. His relationship with Sarah, that's the only downside, is I wish his wife Sarah got more like screen time, because she was incredible. Her portrayal was amazing. Their back and forth was really good. We just didn't get to see it much. We saw them like sneaking around. We saw the proposal, which was brutal, and then like we saw them like kind of married her, like nagging him a bit. And I wish we saw a lot more. But if that's the only thing I can really complain about, that and like a few of the like checkpointing things, and there was like a little bit of jank, just a little bit, to the controls that like really ruined some incredible moments towards the end there. A little bit at that point like was like a little bit of jank, a lot of bit of jank, and then a little bit of impatience on my part because of the jank, where I was just like, oh my God, if I can just get through to the next checkpoint. It ruins some of the magic of some of these moments and set pieces, but because I had to kind of redo a couple pieces like over and over, or like there was just a long gap in between checkpoints. But that's literally the worst thing I can say about it. The music, incredible. The use of the radio, the driving felt great, and that even when it was like hard to control, it was in a good way. It ratcheted up the tension. The shooting was very good. I was popping headshots left and right. I felt incredible. I was on normal difficulty. I didn't turn on auto aim, so it felt great. I used the handguns a lot. I used the shotguns quite a bit as well. The Molotovs were so fucking annoying from the computer's angle, but it was fun to use. If anything, it was when they were throwing Molotovs at me, I would shoot them right before they would throw it, and it would just go up in the air and land on them. And then they would burn themselves. So it was brutal, and I feel awful saying that out loud, but it was cool. It was a cool mechanic. They did well with it. But yeah, just awesome game. I don't want to kill my battery. Awesome game. I think it ended up being like 13 hours for me. The ending, I'm not gonna say anything about it just in case you haven't played it. Just the last hour of the game is heartbreaking. The middle hour of the game is heartbreaking. The early on is like really enticing. So right from the jump, it's incredible. It's a must play. It's not that long. It's always super cheap. You can get the whole trilogy for like $12, $15, depending on your platform, if you're PC or you know, PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. I couldn't recommend it more. If you only have a Switch, like hopefully they port them, but and I've heard like mixed things about the third game, but I'm excited to play 2. But this Mafia is incredible. Couldn't recommend it enough. Like, it's a cherished game. I'm sure I'll replay in the future because it's that good. And like, I'm so glad they did the definitive edition, because I wouldn't have played like the original with like how those like controls have not aged well on the PS2 generation. And just like looking at the visuals, like I'm all good for like, you know, older visuals, but it wouldn't have conveyed the same emotion, stuff like that these like perfectly rendered, like a little bit stylized, a little bit like painterly, like art noir type of art style lens too. So incredible. Great lighting, some of the best lighting I've ever seen. The cigarette smoke just like looks phenomenal when it's drifting through the air in this game. So yeah, 9 out of 10, like, but 10 out of 10 in my heart. I don't know where it'll end up in my top 25 games of all time, but it's definitely up there. So yeah, couldn't recommend it more. Excited to play 2, but like, you know, it's one of those games I wish I could play again for the first time, because there's some surprises in there that I truly didn't see coming. So yeah, looking forward to playing 2 soon, and let's talk about what I've been watching. Alright, the next piece of this is what I've been watching, and that can only be summed up by saying I've been watching a whole lot of wrestling. So this is Greatest Stars of the 90s, just 3. Been watching some Shawn Michaels, Owen Hart, British Bulldog, Bret Hart, Stone Cold, Mankind, you know, some great matches from that era, and also a lot of biographies, like biographical DVDs. This is like some of the to watch stack that I haven't quite made my way through yet. I have John Cena Word Life, which was absolutely terrible. It's so cringy, so ridiculous. It's mostly just his freestyles. I don't know if there's any matches on here. Oh fuck! Oh my god. But I've been slowly, as a little pet project of mine, slowly working my way through all of the pay-per-views. Like it started all the big four. So WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, SummerSlam. I haven't seen like almost any SummerSlams growing up for whatever reason. Survivor Series, not so much. That always took place around my birthday in November. Royal Rumble, I saw a lot of them, but definitely not all of them. And then WrestleMania, I haven't seen like a lot of. I had seen like 1, 2, 3, and then pieces of 4 through 11. 11. 1 through 10. I saw the ladder match in 10. I think I saw the Brett versus Owen match once. But yeah, just pieces. And then I own 11 on VHS, and it's the Boyhood Dream match. It's one of my favorite WrestleManias for sure, but also I watched it a million times. There was Goldust versus Roddy Piper. That was a ridiculous one. There was Savio Vega versus Stone Cold as the ringmaster. Hunter Hearst Helmsley getting squashed by Ultimate Warrior, who was on a comeback. A couple other things that I'm blanking on. No dumpster match quite yet because it wasn't DX, so that comes later. I also own WrestleMania 14, which is the Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin match. Jesus. I think 11 also has Undertaker versus Diesel, which was a great match as well. But yeah, the Boyhood Dream 60-minute Iron Man match, my favorite match of all time. Bret Hart is so damn cool. I didn't give enough credit when I was young because he just seemed a little whiny to me. He's incredible, but like I didn't know shit about like technical wrestling. So I just knew he would complain a lot, and with the whole Montreal Screwjob thing is, I always took Shawn Michaels' side. Shawn Michaels, for reference, is my favorite wrestler of all time. And it's all rooted in the Boyhood Dream match, but also like the matches after that, his matches with, Mankind, Owen Hart, British Bulldog, going back and watching the Rockers, him and Mari Jannetty, him winning the first Elimination Chamber, his later stuff with like him versus Triple H with the street match and stuff like that. Obviously him and Austin, him and Taker. And then of course him and Taker for WrestleMania 25 and 26. Like those are my top three is like him and Brett, him and Taker. Absolutely incredible. Doesn't get any better than that. Like so good. Moonsaults, like the elbow drop, sweet chin music, the false finishes. Like I don't remember. I don't think he kicked out of the tombstone. He might have kicked out of the tombstone in one of those. So anyways, so my pet project is going through all like the WWE, WWF pay-per-views. I think I'm at WrestleMania. The Mega Powers one, so I think that's 6. Yeah, 4 was. Oh fuck, I don't remember. It might be WrestleMania 5. That doesn't sound right. Yeah, 4 is when it's like the tournament, and Macho Man wins it, and then 5 must be Macho Man versus Hogan. So does that mean 7? It's either 6 or 7 is Hogan and Ultimate Warrior. But anyways. But yeah, going through like the old Royal Rumbles and stuff like that is crazy. But yeah, a lot of these I've gone through the history of the NWO. I watched the Rise and Fall of the AWA. No, AWA was really good. World Class Championship Wrestling. After I watched the movie The Iron Claw, that was fantastic with Zac Efron. Absolutely incredible. And so I've been watching a lot of those and then catching up on AEW. I won't go too long on that because I'm sure I'll talk about it in the future. Basically, I'm a psychopath. I was watching week to week when MJF was champion, and for whatever, things got crazy and I fell super far behind, but I still have them all on my DVR. And I have like the upgraded DVR package, so it's 200 hours. I'm like just about maxed out. So I've been watching like a couple episodes a week to catch up on Dynamite. And I'm finally finished with the 2023 year, which I know is psychotic, but I knew who was champion like when the title changed hands, I was like, damn, like I want to see that happen and not just like a YouTube video. So I just had those like, while I was working from home, or like whenever I would, my ritual is whenever I'm folding laundry and stuff like that, or like late at night with like, if I'm like chipping away at a game or like a retro game or whatever, and just have it on. And so yeah, I just watched World's End, and now I'm watching a couple episodes a week to get to the point where I can watch Full Gear this year. I believe it's November, which is like around my birthday. I want to watch that live, so I have to watch like 4 episodes a week, maybe 5, to catch up. Which we'll see. Worst case scenario, I don't catch up on time, but I'll catch up by like World's End or something like that. But I really want to watch All In at Wembley, but it came and went. Life's busy, man. It's hard to fit in like 2-hour episodes of wrestling every week, but and that was the thing too. I was trying to watch week to week, and it just wasn't happening. But anyways, so yeah, watching a bunch of AEW, but it definitely stoked the wrestling fire, and I don't always want to like fully pay attention. So sometimes just putting on some of these on the TV or on my portable DVD player or whatever, or the side TV. It's just a nice way to unwind and just to kind of like shut my brain off for a bit. So yeah, a lot of wrestling, a long-winded way of saying that the wrestling bug has definitely caught me. And I said last episode that Gaming Off the Grid has definitely influenced me, and 100% they're, them watching some of the old in your house VHSs and Royal Rumbles and stuff like that. I was like, I gotta catch up on, I gotta do my homework on some of these, the Big John Studd, Greg the Hammer Valentine era Hacksaw Jim Duggan, other than just like their 15 minutes of fame. Like, I want to know a bit more. I want to like see it for myself, like every pay-per-view, and just kind of do my homework on like the late Hogan era into the Ultimate Warrior era into the Macho Man, and not just like the highlights or the highlight reels. Like, I want to see like all of these matches, the lead up to it and stuff like that. It's just been fun. So watching wrestling, Jesus Christ, that was long-winded, but yeah, now we're gonna move on to what I'm excited about. This next clip, I just wanted to do a quick one of something I'm looking forward to, and that's definitely Astro's Playroom. I would say the big hitters I'm looking forward to this year are like all on PlayStation. I got I talked about Black Myth Wukong last episode, and then this episode, obviously Astro. They announced it like a couple months ago, and I've been heads down since then. I'm like, it looks so good. It looks right up my alley. I love 3D platformers. I loved Astro's Playroom on the PS5 and like all the little references and stuff like that. And to hear that there's like a shit ton more, I'm very excited about. So heads down. I have a couple of games I need to finish up. I think I mentioned Ratchet Rift Apart. I played that in anticipation for this game to kind of get it off my backlog, but to not have like another 3D platform kicking around. And there's a couple other games that I played through to make way for that. Can't remember it for the life of me, but yeah, really looking forward to playing it. Looking forward to something to play on the PS5. And as you just saw in the last clip, I got a brand new TV for the bedroom, and then shortly after that, I got a new TV for my office area. So it'll be awesome to kind of play that, not on Chiaki on the, not the deck, Jesus, the ROG Ally, but to get the full HD Rumble, whatever they call it, haptic feedback, the full audio and stuff like that in the full 4K. So I'm looking forward to, like, it looks stunning. It looks like the textures and the lighting all look great. So looking forward to something a bit more lighthearted after Mafia is incredible, but goddamn, it got dark. Same with Uncharted Lost Legacy, like, very great humor, great like levity, and jabs between characters, but yeah, some dark stuff. And then Black Myth Wukong, oh my god, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to play all the way through that, because I was getting so fucking frustrated pretty early on. So I'll definitely be playing Astro before that, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, can't wait for Astro. Looking forward to it. It's getting really good buzz, so fingers crossed. But yeah, definitely getting it day one, and can't wait. So Oh yeah, looking forward to it. And yeah, I'll just do the last segment here because I am trying to do the segments in different areas. Like right now, I'm just kind of at home, but I'll be doing some of these on the road, some of these like in different areas of Austin. So, YouTube channel of the month, YouTube channel of the week. Oh, this is kind of a 2-for-1. So there's a YouTuber called BoTalksGames, B-O and then Talks, T-A-L-K-S, and then Games, not Botox. It's a weird one. He's probably a couple of years younger than me. He seems like he's like right out of college. And he talks about Nintendo a lot, which is dope. And he kind of talks more like news, Nintendo news and stuff like that. He's been doing really great work. And then he just started a new channel called It's a Me Bo. So obviously it's like the It's a Me Mario plus Amiibo plus his name is Bo. So it's a, oh my god, I feel like I didn't do his name justice, but it's one of the most clever names I feel like I've heard for a sub channel. And essentially it's a Nintendo it's a video game collecting channel. He calls it his collecting channel. There's been at least one, I want to say game review, and definitely a Nintendo Direct like recap on that as well. A little bit of news, but it's just really good. He has like an hour plus, maybe an hour and a half long video of all of his 3DS titles, which is crazy. He imports a lot of games. He's one of those dudes that I didn't have this period in my life like I did with maybe like Funko Pops and like jerseys and shit, where I was just buying a lot of them. I definitely have a lot of vinyl records, but he just was like, oh, this game I've heard of, I'm gonna buy it, and just has this crazy collection of Switch games, 3DS games. He just bought a collection from somebody that included like an entire GameCube, like I don't know if it was complete in box, but like a GameCube, a DS that was I think CIB, Game Boy Advance games, Game Boy games. I think he has Wii games. I think he has Wii U games, but like it's crazy. It's remarkable, especially because he's like I think he's a couple years younger than me, so it's just like goddamn, good for you. He has a cool collection, but yeah, he's just like a good dude. He's funny. He's like thoughtful. He's really good about like predicting things around the industry and just like talking things through. It's been a fun ride. Of course, like right now he's going through all of the potential rumors for the Switch 2 announcement, when that's going to be. But just hearing him talk about the industry, he's got a good head on his shoulders, especially for how young he is. So definitely check out his channel for more. If you like the news stuff, like all aboard the Switch 2 rumors that he's got going on his main channel. I think he's starting to do daily uploads during the weekdays. So go support him, give him a like, say something nice. Because I'm sure he gets some shitty comments about like being wrong about like when the next direct is going to be. But he also, has a lot of really great insights that I'm like, he really knows his stuff. So, and clearly knows more about 3DS than I ever will. If you have an hour and a half collection video, I think I might have 10 games if you count like Smash Bros and like Mario Kart and stuff like that. Crazy. But yeah, so shout out to BoTalksGames and It's a Me Bo, which is hilarious. So yeah. That's all I got for this episode. Been playing Mafia, watching wrestling. It's a good life to live, and I can't wait for Astrobot, which is going to be a lot of PlayStation goodness. And yeah, just waiting for that Switch 2 reveal with Bo over there. So thanks so much for checking this out. Yeah, I'm going to be stockpiling a couple more episodes of this. I don't know if you call it a show. It's not exactly a podcast, but whatever this series is. I don't even have a fucking name for it yet, but it's fun. I need a bit more structure, but yeah, like I said, I'll be making some of these segments on the go. Some of these segments, definitely I'll have a hat on for some of them because my hair is just like brutal. And I'll be talking about the gym a little bit more, some upcoming games I've been playing in a little bit more depth. Also, yeah, if you're watching this, like, let me know what you think in regards to spoilers for games. Obviously, I would timestamp it for sure. I'll be timestamping each of these segments, but for Mafia, should I have really like dived? Should I be diving in deeper for the story, my favorite story beats, or just kind of pieces of the game, like the headshots, like how the shooting controlled the driving? Would you rather hear more about like the features that I liked a lot? My kind of internal compass is saying like, oh, my 3 favorite things in the game, which would probably be like the story, the lighting, and like the shooting. / driving. The shooting, because driving was kind of janky sometimes anyways, by design, because they're fucking cars from the 30s. Let me know what you think, and just I didn't even say this last time. I was just full on just talking at the camera, but shoot me a comment, like what you like, what you don't like. If you have any questions, if you have any things you want me to talk about in future episodes, if you made it this far, these are too long, these are too short, I guarantee they're not too short. I talked about wrestling for probably about 20 minutes in of itself. Let me know if you like wrestling, WWE, AEW. That's enough of that. So thank you so much for checking this out. Check out the last one if you haven't, and look forward to the next one next Friday. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one later.